Brad Pitt, Drew Barrymore, Gisele Bündchen, candid sobriety. 911. Lone Star actor Rob Lowe is also sober, celebrating his 33rd anniversary earlier this year. Gisele Bündchen is opening up about sobriety. During a recent panel appearance, Bündchen got honest with the crowd about her relationship with alcohol, and how much better she feels since getting sober. The supermodel is not the only celebrity to speak out about staying sober in Hollywood. Drew Barrymore and Brad Pitt are some of the many others who have spoken about how sobriety has changed their lives for the better. Here are some celebrities who have shared their experiences. Gisele Bündchen, while appearing on a panel celebrating her partnership with the supplement brand Gaia Herbs. Supermodel Gisele Bündchen revealed she has been sober for 2 years. She told the crowd that, "It's amazing how much more clear she feels since giving up alcohol, as well as cigarettes and coffee. I had to replace all those habits that were killing me for habits that were giving me a new life," she said during the panel appearance. "Instead of waking up with 2 cigarettes and a mocha frappuccino with whipped cream, I would wake up and go for a jog and come back and do an hour of breath work and yoga. Everything changed." Joe Manganiello. Over the years, Joe Manganiello has been open about his decision to get sober, telling Men's Health in 2019 that drinking was a way for me not to have to deal with me. And revealing acting was also a way for him to escape himself. He got sober in 2002 after his drinking got in the way of his acting, leaving him homeless and without a career. He has now been sober for 21 years. "When I was growing up, when I thought of an alcoholic, I thought of some toothless old guy in a trench coat in a basement somewhere," he said in a 2018 speech at the Brent Shapiro Foundation for Drug Prevention's 13th annual Summer Spectacular event. "I just never thought that would apply to me. That type of stigma kept me from getting the help that I needed when I knew I needed it." Rob Lowe. In May, Rob Lowe celebrated his 33rd anniversary of getting sober, writing how grateful he is to have found recovery and a tribe that has sustained him on his journey towards recovery. "If you or someone you know is struggling with any form of addiction, hope and joy are waiting if you want it, and are willing to work for it," he added. Lowe previously spoke to Variety in 2021 about the origins of his addiction, explaining he began drinking when he was a teenager, with his addiction getting worse when he began acting and was introduced to drugs. He went on to get sober in 1990. "Nothing can make you get sober except you wanting to do it," he told the outlet. "The threat of losing a marriage, losing a job, incarceration, you name the threat, it will not be enough to do it. It's got to be in you." The reason that people don't get sober 100% of the time when they go into programs is that people aren't ready when they go to use the tools. Bradley Cooper discussed his journey to sobriety during an appearance on an installment of Running Wild with Bear Grylls, The Challenge, earlier this year. During the episode, he revealed he has been sober since he was 29, calling himself lucky. During the episode, Cooper told Bear Grylls how his previous experience struggling with addiction helped him connect with his character in A Star is Born. "It made it easier to be able to really enter in there," he said on the show. "And thank goodness I was at a place in my life where I was at ease with all of that, so I could really let myself go. I've been very lucky with the roles I've had to play. It's been a real blessing. I hope I get to keep doing it." Brad Pitt. After Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt in 2016, the actor became sober. He told the New York Times in September 2019, "I had taken things as far as I could take it, so I removed my drinking privileges." During his acceptance speech at the National Board of Review Awards for his role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Pitt credited Bradley Cooper for helping him get sober, saying, "Every day has been happier ever since." In a June 2022 interview with GQ, Pitt discussed how Alcoholics Anonymous helped him. "I had a really cool men's group here that was really private and selective, so it was safe," he told the outlet. "Because I'd seen things of other people who had been recorded while they were spilling their guts. And that's just atrocious to me." In that interview, Pitt also shared he gave up smoking cigarettes during the pandemic, saying, "I don't have that ability to do just 1 or 2 a day." Earlier this year, Pitt launched a new gin but is reportedly still sober, Drew Barrymore. In a November 2022 edition of her magazine Drew Barrymore called getting sober one of the most liberating things in my journey of life. She explained quitting drinking was a dragon in her life she had to slay, and once she did it, she was able to finally become free of the torture of guilt and dysfunction in her life. The actress first spoke about her sobriety during a December 2021 interview with CBS This Morning, sharing she had been sober for 2.5 years at the time. She explained her drinking became uncontrollable following her divorce from Will Kopelman, and after realizing it did not serve her and her life anymore, she sought help privately. I just want to figure this out and go about this with no public dialogue about it. Let me do this quietly and privately. Now it's been long enough where I'm in a lifestyle that I know is really working for my little journey. And there is so much peace finally being had where there were demons, said Barrymore.